please welcome the Communications Director of the National Immigration Law Center. This is Adela de la Torre. Come on out, Adela. Woo! Oh, I love your outfit. So cute.
Now,
Hello.
Adela was with us only 12 days ago, and as we opened the show and said how much can happen in 12 days that gets you down, sure enough, that's kind of what happened. So when we last spoke, you were talking about the Supreme Court and the case going there and hoping for a certain outcome that didn't happen. So tell everyone about the case and what happened and what now.
Sure. So thank you both so much for having me back. I represent the National Immigration Law Center. We are co-counsel along with ACLU in a lawsuit to stop the Muslim ban.
Yeah, they're amazing. They're suing.
We had warned that if the Trump administration tried to trample upon the rights of low-income immigrants and their families, we would see them in court, and that's exactly what we did. We fought at the federal district level, at the appellate level, and now the Supreme Court has agreed that it will review this case.
Well, it's not the best news.
See, that's what I kind of thought too on the last show, but unfortunately, it's not such great news that they're...
It would have been better if they just said, we're not going to see it, it's not going to happen.
So
but instead
explain
they're like,
that,
we'll
and what does that mean?
We had one at the lower court level. It does mean that the Supreme Court will review the case. Oral argument will take place sometime in the fall. What it really means, though.
Yes, yeah.
What
I know,
it really
this
means.
It's an annoying...
Don't
Walk forward.
Or else,
Okay,
or else
okay.
they'll be suing us.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't have that. Okay, go ahead.
Immigration law. What it really means is that not just for the attorneys and not just for our plaintiffs, but for every single person who was outraged, for every single person who went to the airports, who was inspired by the sight of crowds at the airports, it means that the fight continues.
All right.
It means that
That's
we
a better
have to keep fighting, we have to keep moving, we have to keep protesting, we have to keep marching. And we have to keep standing in solidarity with our Muslim American brothers and sisters.
So what do you... Yeah, they're amazing. So, in this sort of interim period, what are you guys doing before the case is heard? Like, how are you guys helping out during this interim period?
So during this interim period, we are watching and making sure that the Trump administration does not implement the ban in ways that run afoul of our clients' needs. We're also working hard with communities to continue the momentum against this hateful, discriminatory policy.
So the point is, like, a little bit is sort of allowed-ish right now, and you guys are making sure that they don't possibly go beyond those boundaries.
That's right.
Okay, so people watching, I know you guys are outraged, people on Facebook and all around the country, what can people do to sort of help fight this?
So now is the time to make a stand, to call your local elected officials.
Is that better? Is it better to call or email? What's the best way?
Call, email, fax, march, really.
Instant message, go on.
Whatever, tweet, whatever. Carrier pigeon, anything.
Okay, to the elected official and say, we're not standing for this.
And say, there is no room in our communities for hate. At the National Immigration Law Center's website, www.nilc.org, we have tools that help you understand or help your local elected officials implement policies that are welcoming. Welcoming policies help everybody, native born and immigrant alike.
And are we talking about sanctuary cities? What are we talking
We're talking about policies that allow for more welcoming spaces in our healthcare facilities, more welcoming spaces at schools, more welcoming spaces with police.
Yeah.
So in other words, right now, at a national, federal level, it's sort of on hold until the Supreme Court rules. But what I'm hearing you say is that on the local level, there's still a lot that can be done, and there is hope there, depending on the city you live in. But right? I mean,
absolutely,
it really is.
absolutely. I mean, I don't have to tell folks in Seattle and Washington this because Washington led the legal fight against the Muslim ban.
Bravo, you guys. So great. You guys know. So once again, what's the website where people can get more information?
It's www.nilc.org.